What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and it has been a pretty massive 24-hour period if you're a fan of Zack Snyder's Justice League and want to see more of that universe continued in the DCEU, because as you can see from Zack Snyder himself, hashtag Restore the Snyderverse is now at 1.42 million tweets in less than 24 hours, and it is quickly approaching 1.5 million. I do believe it will get there before that 24-hour period is finished. It's probably already there while I'm making this video, to be honest with you. But that is a massive number, something not even matched by the biggest release in the MCU's history, Avengers Endgame. You can see right here, we did it, Zach, we did. And Zach says, did we beat Avengers? Asked the Nerd Queens. They say, hell yes, we did. And he responds with, that's a story. And what he's talking about is this. Hashtag Restore the Snyderverse with 1.4 million tweets in less than 24 hours. Marks the biggest trending event of all time in Hollywood history, beating Avengers Endgame record. Now, it should be noted that Avengers Endgame, to my knowledge, is still the most talked about movie as far as tweets go. Over 50 million tweets, about Avengers Endgame in some way, shape, or form. Not necessarily using hashtags, just talking about the movie. I'd be really interested to see what the number is all time for the Snyder Cut or for Zack Snyder's Justice League. But when it comes to hashtags, a release on HBO Max just beat Avengers Endgame when you're talking about social media interaction. That is huge, and it goes a long way into explaining why right now Zack Snyder has just jumped to the top, jumped over 300 spots this week to the #1 most popular celebrity according to IMDb Star Meter. Now, IMDb, of course, is basically just taking who's talking about this person and is going to boost their popularity. So it makes sense because there are a lot of people talking about Zack Snyder this week after the big release of the Snyder Cut. And ironically, it may not have had this momentum if Warner Brothers hadn't shot themselves in the foot. You see here, McD, within the next hour, we lose the fat tail of the 24-hour trend, and the number reported on Twitter will decline. The weekly number will grow greater than 2 million. Of course it will. This week is already 2 times larger than the week of November 17th, which led Toby Emmerich to pick up the phone and talk to Zack Snyder about putting the Snyder Cut on HBO Max. So again, fans are trying to send a message to Warner Brothers, Warner Media, and HBO Max that they want to see more of this universe. A week after the film releases, you have hashtag Restore the Snyderverse at 1.5 million tweets. That is absolutely insane. And you go back just a day or two ago. This is, again, a day or two ago before this trending event even happened. Look at what set off hashtag Restore the Snyderverse then. Over 1 million mentions of Snyder Cut this week with positive sentiment and excited calls for continuation of the Snyderverse throughout. That is, until Warner Brothers changed the tone by deciding to torpedo their top property. Calls to restore the Snyderverse to rise over 500,000. And you can see that this is when that article came out that was an interview that was given before anyone knew the HBO Max numbers, before anyone knew anything, specifically designed to throw water on the people that were excited about the Snyder Cut, along with all these other cast announcements like I talked about in my video yesterday. Warner Brothers is doing everything they can to ignore it, but let's just be honest, you can't ignore 1.5 million tweets, breaking a record that was set by Avengers Endgame, the biggest MCU movie release of all time, essentially the biggest movie ever, with the exception of Avatar, which just recently passed it, unless we're counting inflation. Then, of course, Gone with the Wind. But this is massive for people that want to see this continued. I don't think the calls are going to stop anytime soon. I think a lot of people are dedicated to continue talking about this for as long as it takes until Warner Brothers acknowledges their existence again. And it's crazy that after this movie is so well received, after all the hype surrounding it, that people are still having to fight to be acknowledged, to be like, yeah, we want more of this thing that you just gave us that was a massive success. Please give us more. But Warner Brothers is just one of those companies that is so fucking stupid that they need to be convinced into everything and hammered over the head. And I'm sure the hammering is going to continue. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.